Welcome to Spontaneous Sundays, episode 39. That's a dirty lie, because it's actually Monday. I'm running a little bit late. My bad. These are going to be beats by CoryaYo from the project, what's it called? Wolves. I'm going to link it, as always, in the description, and we're going to just improvise for a little bit like we always do. Check it. Spontaneous Sundays 39. I walked into the woods, I couldn't see it for the trees, so I turned over a brand new leaf and I looked at the printing. I read it in my tea as I read it on my palm, and I'm looking into me. It's like Tobin's palm, but I'm looking like overall, feeling like I'm just another guy in my overalls doing my work. And I see that blue collar, but I also see fate, and I call her like Lady Luck. How are you? Sitting on an 8-ball, just doing an 8-ball. You want food? Not 8, y'all. I had some food, it was some food for thought. So I'm looking through the thoughts and I'm seeing what is y'all. I see the fruit that is hanging the lowest, and so I try to stray away from it and see what else can dangle, not closest. Maybe I could wrangle my focus and try to lasso something, just so I can make what isn't bogus. And now I'm Houdini with a key and a lock. I'm trying to get away. I know I think, and I'm not climbing up the beanstalk. Kinda like my name was Jack, but I'll never be nimble. Maybe I will be nimble, but I will be quick. Watch as Jack burns himself at the end of both wicks. Watch as Jack drowns in the Vaseline like the fly does. I'm a fly on the wall and I'm anxious. Just kidding, I'm a wallflower and I'm panicked. See me getting spastic in the back where the dance is. No thanks, I am just another rap kid that you don't believe is on the stage. I leave ink upon the page. Next trip. Watch as the exit comes down. Wonder what'll happen when I just spit forward. But I watch and I lock into it. Watch as the cog is moving, because it's awful fluid. I could do it, I could swear that. Maybe I could wear hats, or maybe I'm a bear inside a bear trap, or maybe I'm a rare cat grabbing where the mouse is and asking if this is where the house is. I'm Alice sipping on a little drink that'll make me grow. I'm Rick Moranis and I'm feeling so uncomfortable. I'm sitting with a ray gun, yo, and I'm making this one way run right. Just go, I know. In the woods, I know that I am in the woods. I'm in the woods, I'm feeling good. I am living in the woods in a cabin. I'm asking if this is all fascinating. I am activating all of these passionate paintings inside of my head. They're not aggravating, never was it agitating. I am adulating, I'm used to self-flagellating. Sometimes I get caught masturbating, like I have been wasting all of my time while I had the grandest plaything, that is my brain singing. Watching, I'm thinking, maybe I'm sinking into the ink where the ink blots. Wonder if I think not and see what'll sink. Y'all, I know that the stink of the incense, I'm insensitive, but yes, I guess this is a new cesspool as I get rid of the waste and I get stuck up in the face, stick in the mud. Sometimes I just roll the tires. I feel tired, need to retire. Maybe I need to perspire more, require more, preach to the choir more. No thanks, maybe I'll spire off. I could spy you like it's espial, suggesting you maybe less of you, less or more. I'm not exactly sure. Suggest the score like 420 years. What is that? I don't know. That's 100 years. That's the new century. Now I'm a century outside of the monolith. I'm watching this, asking where all the watches is as the tick-tock emits something, and I have to just admit that I'm feeling the paw prints, watching the paw prints as they all sit in the snow. I think this is bold, I think this is dope. I'm invincible as long as I'm alive. Yeah, I guess I borrowed that line. You got me. That's from John Mayer. I talk to everyone like I am the mayor. When I was a kid, I listened to Slayer. I like to listen to lyrics with lots of layers. Sometimes I like to hate the game even though I am not a player. I like to play a couple of games cause that makes my brain find new arrangement. Actually, I should probably admit I changed up. Didn't like to play much anymore, like to skate, but kinda had to stop with the board, not because I was bored, because I had music to score, music to try to get to my core, to try to get what is inside, because the pen is mightier than the sword, so I pulled it from the altar, or maybe from the rock of Gibraltar. Maybe I should find fate, maybe I should call her back, or find my calling, and that's my calling. In fact, I hear a bunch of ravens and they're cawing, I hear a bunch of claws and they're clawing on the base of the coffin, making me often, making me all sick, making me nauseous, making me so strange. I don't know if I need to find this, maybe I just die. Sit back and sit tight, or maybe get loose, I'm not too sure. I seen it upon my schedule, a bunch of little boxes, it was ineffectual. I'm playing Rubik's Cube with the dots and the boxes on my calendar. Now I'm playing Rubik's Cube with the boxes on my calendar, trying to make it all work out, and I shall endure. I'm sitting inside my shell indoors, and I'm asking, will I all adore everyone? Yes, so I open up the doors to my chest, and I let my heart just press, just beat to the beat, to the sneak on the street. When I see what I see, and I seek what I need, and I seize what I breed, and I need all the seeds and the leaves and the eaves as they drip down the seeking. I am a seeking, like a person who is speaking, like a person who is needing, like a person who is braving, like a person on the wave thinks. Maybe you are on my new wavelength, little person on a chain link. But if you were off the chain, does that really mean that you knew what it was to be a slave, what it was to work, put your mind to the grindstone, and maybe you could find home, or maybe you could fly home, or maybe you could find what is right, yo. Never suit and tie though, I know. Maybe I could box myself out, but I'll never want to box myself in. Box myself out if I'm ever feeling boxed in. Then again, I think that I'm feeling obnoxious, can't get myself out of a wet paper bag. Not to mention, sometimes it makes me sad, like I don't have the paper man, yeah. Or I need to be the bag man, cause I can't ever find the gambit. Damn it, I didn't play my cards right, so it all exploded in my face like gambit. Think about it, like damn kid, I'm not exactly sure, but I know that this ride is the grandest. And damn kid, that's weird, I don't want to be a dad yet, but I want to have grandkids. That's not exactly something I can skip, unless I was a person who was absent, then I came back like I just got sober off of absinthe. I don't know, maybe I am that sick just to try to come up with that scheme or that blueprint. So here Bruce is trying to figure out where the screws fit. I'm not sure, but I know that I will never try to live a life where I feel useless. I'm not sure what I can contribute. I just did a couple interviews. Please check me out on the Becoming Human podcast. That was pretty dope, and I hope that these memories all last. I'm really glad for all that. Thanks to my man Ryan for writing about making Manhattan Digest. I guess I digress.